The man lay bleeding in the dust when the stranger found him. Not moving, not calling for help, just there. The wind pushed sand across his body like the land was already trying to claim him. The stranger slowed his horse. For a moment he just stared. Then he sighed and climbed down. "Easy now," he muttered. The young man was barely alive, a gunshot wound in his side, blood soaking through his shirt. His breathing was shallow, uneven. Still there. The stranger pressed his hand against the wound. "You're not done yet," he said quietly. His name, at least for now, was Rowan Hale. He tore fabric from his sleeve and tied it tight around the wound. His hands didn't shake. They never did. The young man groaned softly. Rowan paused, just for a second. Something about that sound felt familiar, like a memory he didn't want. He pushed it away. "Stay with me," he said. No answer, just breath, barely. Rowan looked out across the empty land. No town nearby, no help coming, just him and a choice. He lifted the young man onto his horse. They reached the town of Dry Ridge Hollow just as the sky turned dark. A quiet place, worn down, the kind of town people passed through, not stayed in. Rowan kicked open the clinic door. Gunshot, still breathing. The doctor, a sharp-eyed woman named Eliza Mercer, didn't waste time. "Lay him down." Rowan stepped back as she worked, but he didn't leave. He stood in the corner, watching. Time passed slowly. The lamp flickered. Finally, she straightened. "He'll live," she said. Rowan let out a quiet breath. "Barely," she added. "Another hour and he'd be gone." Rowan nodded once. Eliza studied him. "You bring trouble with you?" Rowan didn't answer right away. Then he said, "Trouble usually finds me." 2 days later, the boy woke. Rowan sat nearby, hat low, quiet as ever. "You're still here," the boy said weakly. Rowan tilted his head. "Guess so." The boy winced, trying to sit up. "Name's Micah." Rowan nodded. "Rowan." Micah studied him. "You saved me." Rowan shrugged. "Don't make it a habit." Silence filled the room. Then Micah's face changed. "They'll come looking." Rowan's eyes lifted. "Who?" "The men who shot me." That got Rowan's full attention. "What'd it take?" Micah hesitated, then reached under the bed and pulled out a small leather pouch. Rowan opened it. Inside, a folded paper. Not money, not gold, just paper. He unfolded it slowly, and his expression shifted just a little. "Where'd you get this?" Rowan asked. "From a man named Silas Boone. He's dead now." Rowan stared at the paper, then folded it again. "They'll kill for this," he said. Micah frowned. "What is it?" Rowan looked at him. "A list." Micah blinked. "Of what?" Rowan's voice dropped. "Men who've done terrible things and paid to keep it hidden." Micah swallowed. "You're serious?" Rowan nodded once. "You stole from the worst kind of people." Outside, the wind picked up, low, unrestless. By the third day, the town felt different, too quiet. Rowan noticed the tracks first, fresh, more than one rider. Micah saw the look in his eyes. "They're here, aren't they?" Rowan didn't answer. He just checked his revolver. "You should leave," Micah said. "This ain't your fight." Rowan glanced at him. Something passed through his eyes. "This fight's been mine longer than you think." Micah frowned. "What does that mean?" Rowan didn't explain. Some things weren't meant to be explained. They rode into town at sunset, 5 of 'em, calm, slow, dangerous, the kind of men who didn't rush because they didn't need to. Rowan watched from the shadows. Micah stood behind him, tense. One of the riders stepped forward, tall, scar on his face, cold eyes. Rowan knew him. His name was Gideon Voss, a man he used to ride with. "We're looking for a boy," Gideon said, "and something he took." No one spoke. Gideon smiled slightly. "That's fine," he said. "We'll find him." Micah whispered, "You know him?" Rowan nodded. "Yeah." "Who is he?" Rowan's voice stayed calm. "Someone I should have stopped a long time ago." Micah swallowed. "And now?" Rowan looked ahead. "Now I don't walk away." Night fell, heavy, quiet. Rowan stepped into the street, alone. Gideon turned. Recognition hit instantly. "Well," Gideon said, "I was wondering when you'd show up." Rowan stopped a few steps away. "I didn't come back," he said. "I came to finish it." The air tightened. Gideon laughed softly. "You think you're better than us?" Rowan didn't answer, because deep down he knew he wasn't, but he could choose what he did now. "You're not taking the boy," Rowan said. Gideon sighed. "Then you're dying for him." Rowan's voice dropped. "Maybe." A pause. Then, "Maybe I've been dying for a while already." The first shot broke the silence. Gunfire exploded across the street. Dust kicked up. Horses panicked. Shouts echoed. Rowan moved fast, precise. One man fell, then another, but there were still more. A bullet tore through Rowan's side. He staggered, but stayed standing. Gideon walked forward slowly. "You were always the best of us," he said. Rowan wiped blood from his mouth. That was the problem. They faced each other, past and present colliding in one moment. "You think saving him changes anything?" Gideon asked. Rowan didn't answer, because it didn't erase the past, but it still mattered. He drew. The final shot echoed, then silence. Gideon fell. The dust settled slowly. Rowan stood there, barely holding on. Micah ran to him. "You did it," he said. Rowan shook his head slightly. "Not all of it." Micah grabbed him. "We need to get you help." Rowan pulled away. "No time." He took the folded paper and pressed it into Micah's hand. "Take it." Micah's voice shook. "I don't know how." "You will." A pause. Then, "Make sure you don't become like them." Micah nodded, tears forming. "I won't." Rowan studied him for a moment, then stepped back. "You're coming with me," Micah said. Rowan gave a faint smile. "No." "Why not?" Rowan looked toward the horizon, wide, endless. "I've lived under too many names. Time I stopped needing one." Micah's voice broke. "You'll die out there." Rowan didn't argue. He turned, mounted his horse, and rode. They found the horse the next morning, just outside town, saddle empty, tracks leading out, then gone, like the earth itself erased him. Micah stood there a long time, the paper in his pocket, the wind moving softly around him. Rowan Hale, or whatever his real name was, gone, but not forgotten. And sometimes, when the sun dipped low and the sky turned gold, Micah would look out at the horizon, almost expecting to see him, riding, not running, just moving forward. And in those quiet moments, Micah understood something. Some men disappear because they're lost, and some men disappear because they finally found their way. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting videos.